Very nice. There we go. So I hope you were able to cross down these two to-do lists here, which was to create the multiply numbers and the divide numbers methods. Okay. So the cool thing here, you notice this is a new thing here. If you put a comment as I did here, so // and to do and colon like that, notice that Java looks at this as some sort of annotation, if you will, right? It tells the IDE that, okay, we have a few to-dos. In fact, if you come down here, see this? There is a to-do. If you click here, you can see it gives us, in my class, line 14, right? It has a to-do that we need to do. Very cool. So that's very handy. In fact, imagine that you have a lot of classes, a lot of methods and so forth, and you are done for the day, but you want to be reminded the next day, or somebody else who's working with you that there's to-dos. You can always do this / to do and write whatever you need to write so that the person knows, okay, to do, create, multiply numbers, divide numbers, etc. Very handy. So let's go ahead and do that, even though I know you've already done that already. So I'm going to come down here. Or up here, I should say. I'm going to say public, static, void, let's say multiply numbers. Again, the names don't really matter. I'm going to say int first, int second, okay? There we go. And I'm just going to go ahead and say s out, right? Result is going to be what? First times second, like that. Okay, so of course I'm going to go ahead and call that up here, say multiply numbers, and it will tell us that we need to pass the first number. Let's say 3. The second number is going to be 5, just like that. Right? If you save this, let's run. Result is 15 because 3 times 5 is 15 indeed. All right, so divide is going to be the same thing. I'm going to keep doing this just for the completion so you have a full picture. Public, static, void, divide numbers. I can do the same things, int first, int second. And of course, you can make it, instead of int, you can make it float or double, doesn't matter. S out. And let's just say result again. Very simply, first divide by second. All right, save that. Let's see what's going to happen. Well, we still have to come up here, and I'm going to call this divide numbers. I'm going to pass, let's pass 3 and pass 5. Let's see what that's going to do. Let's save that and run. And we have 0. We'll have a problem here because 3 divided by 5, it's not necessarily 0. Now, the reason why the result is 0 here is because Java can't distinguish the result when we are dividing full numbers, when we are dividing int numbers, right? If we end up having, let's say, 0.2 or 0.3, or in essence, a float or double number. So Java has issues with that. That is the reason why we're having this problem with just saying 0. So obviously this is not the correct answer. Now to get the correct answer here, we'll have to change our parameters, at least one of them, to double. Because that will give us the precision that we need to show the actual result when we divide first, which is 3, by 5. We know it's not going to be 0. It's probably 0.6 or 0.5 or something like that, okay? So that is the thing about dividing smaller numbers by bigger numbers in Java if you're using both of them integers. So if I just come here and say double, as long as one of them is double, let's save that. And if you run, you're going to see there's result 0.6. Okay, because now it's going to treat one of these numbers as double, specifically the first one. It's double now. So if you're dividing double by any other number, be it double or integer, it's going to just give us the double or float, okay, which leads us to the correct result. All right, so that was a tricky one there, and I'm sure if you did the exercise, you probably got into this issue if you had a smaller number divided by a bigger number and you got 0 as the answer, which makes no sense, right? So 3 divided by 5 is never just 0, it's 0 point something. So in this case, 0.6. That's a little gotcha there with Java. Very good. So I'll stop this lecture here, and to get you actually thinking a little bit about this, in the next video, we're going to start talking about return types with our methods here.